What's happening? What's happening? Okay, I'm going to start a new series called, I think I'm going to call it Crypto and Cardio. Or Cardio and Crypto. Crypto and Cardio. Basically, as most people would know that watch my blog, I'm on this transformation vibe. And I decided I need to step up my cardio. So I figured on my way back from a morning cardio session, I will commit a few thoughts about crypto to camera. So in today's episode, I want to talk about the birth of decentralized blockchains. With the upcoming launch or the birth of the EOS blockchain happening imminently, here I am with my EOS t-shirts, and don't worry, I'm not shilling EOS. I just happened to pick up a whole bunch of these t-shirts yesterday, so I figured what better use to put to them than sweating them out over a cardio session. But anyway, yes, with the birth of the EOS blockchain imminently, that's got me thinking about blockchains and their inceptions, and just how messy a lot of these public blockchains have been, and why we shouldn't be surprised if EOS is no different in terms of having a messy birth. I mean, think of it like the birth of a child, right? The child comes out, and then once the child is out, you know, it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. But if you're ever witnessed a woman in labour, I've witnessed my wife go in labour 3 times, that process gets pretty messy, and I think it's a similar analogy applies to the blockchain. So if you think back, I mean, I can only talk about the ones that I witnessed, but I'm sure it was no different with things like Bitcoin. When I first got into the crypto game, I think the first big blockchain I remember being born was Darkcoin, and there was a whole bunch of controversy around that, around the pre-mine, etc, etc. Things like Monero that were forks of Bitcoin. I remember it was called something else when it first started off, some random name, and then it kind of branched off into Monero, and you know, the list goes on. Remember things like NXT and the controversy around what I would call probably the first big kind of ICO, kind of unofficial ICO, and the way that that worked, and how a few people kind of just had the initial distribution of tokens, and the list goes on. And what I've noticed over time is that the trauma of their birth kind of gets forgotten with the utility of the actual token and the way that it kind of picks up steam thereafter. So I think a similar thing needs to be borne in mind with EOS. I'm sure that most EOS token holders are hoping that it's a smooth birth, almost like, you know, EOS squats over and the baby just comes out like that. But if it is a messy birth, if there is a bit of drama and FUD, just bear in mind that it's not unusual within crypto for these things to happen, and that long term the proof will not so much be around the launch, although that's important. It'll be in how the chain is used when we find a main net going forward. And I think that's the nature of decentralized systems. No, the idea is they're not going to be clean. You're not going to get a CEO making a decision and making sure that everything happens on a schedule. It's going to be done by a community of different voices and interests that will need to come together and make sure that the launch is successful. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for now, so I'm gonna duck out, go home, go get my shower, That's episode 1. Cardio and crypto in the books. I'm gone.